Hello, it's December 21st, winter solstice, I believe. It's -5 out, about 24 degrees. And I'm going to show you what I discovered in the shed. Let's see. I am. Yeah, it's on. Well, both lights are on. I'm going to wait. I'm doing this, but I'll check it. I got to get in the side to check it. Yeah, I'm filming it now. So your voice is on there. Okay, so there comes Henrietta, and there's Dolly, and there's Molly. Oh, they're flying. Let's see if there's... Well, it does say it's 38 degrees, so I'm assuming so.
I could have swore I put a snow brush in here.
It might be on the ground. Maybe right behind the seat. I didn't take anything out. Yeah, it's working because it's 42 degrees in here. He's asking about the heat lamp, but the heat lamp itself is working. You see, I don't know if you can tell, but you see them two little lights. One of the lights is from the extension cord, and another one is from the light itself. Or the, sorry, thermocube. And there's Flash. Okay, so we can go in here now. I'll show you what I discovered when I opened the shed this morning, which was just a couple minutes before I started filming. Something. Tried to find some food, and I'm thinking it's probably possum, because I think a raccoon is on my phone. Plus, I don't think any little holes in the walls or like little crack in the door is big enough for a raccoon. So I think we just had a hungry possum last night. These are all the, I got way more than I ever use. The suet cages. See, these are the extra ones that I'm not using. I think I got one, no, I got two. I got at least two out that I'm using now out in the yard. And these are just extras. So this is, I'm not going to clean it up while I'm filming. And this is, I don't know why I'm doing this. These are chickens. Here they are. They're waiting. I got distracted now. That was the seed, sunflower seed. The other way. Wasn't thinking. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Question of the day. Do you have any tips or tricks for, I might have asked this before. Do you have any tips or tricks for livestock or pets? My tip, as you've seen in there, in the coop, I think I've shown you how I insulated it. And I used throwaway insulation from basically people's trash. On trash day, especially citywide cleanup. Hold on. Do you think you had put it in there, hon? What? Is there one missing from there, or are they all?
I didn't put it in.
Okay.
I would use that. Now, the bottom carpet padding, the one that is underneath the cardboard on the ground in the coop, that was heavy with smoke, like cigarette smoke. And it really stunk, and I knew that would, I don't know if it would kill the chickens, but it would be annoying. And the coop is really small. So I put that out on the line. I think I might have told you all this. I put that out on the clothesline, let it, I think something's crawling on the roof, and let it air out. Oh, it took weeks. I think I even sprayed it with vinegar. Because if you have, now here's the tip for whatever you're doing. If you have something that smells bad, whether it be, I get stuff from ThreadUp and Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, used stuff. And oftentimes it stinks heavily of, I don't know why people use fabric softener, but oh my gosh, that stuff really stinks. It really doesn't do anything for your fabric other than make it stink. But I'll get it, and especially now that I'm older, I'm sensitive to smells. But boy, does that stuff, some of that stuff, they use heavy fabric softener, or just spraying it with Febreze. That smells just as bad. And I'll get it and it'll really stink. Well, I learned back when Yahoo Groups was a thing, I asked on there, like, how do you get rid of this? I can't figure it out. I put it out in the sun, air it out, blah, blah, blah. Well, can't. I washed it a couple times, cannot get that smell out. And they said soaking it in a strong vinegar solution for a couple days, and then putting it out in the sun for a couple days. Don't dry it out, sun dry it. So this will have to be a summertime thing. Sun dry it on the line, and there you go. You have your stink's gone. And my friend runs a resale store. That's the one I told you about here in Hudson. And I bought this is how it all started. I bought a robe from her, one of them terry cloth robes, a white terry cloth robe, and it just reeked of either fabric softener or Febreze, and it just was so bad. Even my partner said something when I bought it, and it was in the car. Even just being in the car, you could smell it. It smells so strong. It's gross. And that's when I went on Yahoo Groups, and somebody told me to soak it in vinegar. By that time, I had, tried a little bit of bleach. I didn't want to put too strong a bleach because bleach will eat away the fabric. But tried that, tried different fabrics. Even tried drying it, which I don't like drying unless I have, because that ruins the fabric too. But yep, that did work. I soaked it probably for 4 days and then put it in the sun for like a week. This was in summertime, years ago. And word of caution to people who do resale clothing, any type of fabric, don't use fabric softener. That one is one of the biggest, that's a big complaint on the resale threads. There's the smell of fabric softener or Febreze, or even laundry detergent. Some laundry detergents people use too much. Most people use too much laundry detergent, but some just have a really strong smell. So if you're using too much and it's a strong smelling, it might be getting lower now because I'm just not talking as loud. But anyways, just watch with your soaps and fabric softeners. I would say don't use fabric softener at all, because really there's no need. I don't even see a benefit of fabric softener. I don't. It's supposed to soften the fabric, but when you tumble drying, it softens it fine enough, and it just puts some greasy film on everything. Oh my gosh, I have a fabric softener story. I used to clean houses for a couple Dominican sisters who lived in a condo. by the Adrian Dominican sister's house, whatever, church, whatever. And they use fabric softener. Well, didn't dawn on me, but they had a crystal chandelier, and so I decided to take a little extra time that day and clean their chandelier, because the little glasses were, you know, dusty, and I hadn't done it. And so I went and I individually took off each little chandelier. I had to stand on the table, take off each little glass, wash the glass, set it down on the towel to dry. That's what I did first. So then I clean everything, and then when I was done, it would be dry. Each little glass would be dry, and I could put it back up. Well, that's what happened. Laid it down to dry, and did the housework, came back, hung them all up. There was probably like 50 of these little thingies on there, and stood back and looked, and oh my gosh, the streaks were so bad. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And I couldn't think what happened, because I didn't use much, so it shouldn't have been streaky. I didn't dry. I let it air dry, so if anything, it should have been water stains, but they don't have hard water, so they don't get water stain. But streaks, where did the streaks come from? And then it dawned on me. As I was putting them up, I wiped them with the towel to make sure they were extra dry, make sure they were completely dry. And the fabric softener that they used, just leaves a greasy film on the towels. Well, that greasy film transferred to each one of them little glasses, little teardrops for the chandelier. I was upset because I spent an extra 2 hours there to get that chandelier. 2 hours that I wasn't paid for to get that chandelier clean. It wasn't dusty, but it was streaky. And I think it looked worse with the streaks than the dust. So I was like, that's when I really became a rabid anti fabric softener person. But my mom never used fabric softener when I was growing up. And I think a lot of people, if you were raised with fabric, you wouldn't think not to. That would just be a regular part of doing laundry. I don't even think it would dawn on you, oh, I don't have to use this. But I'm just telling you from a person who's had bad experience with fabric softener that there's no need to use it. Anyway, so if you disagree with me, that's fine. You can use fabric softener. I'm just rabid anti-fabric softener for anything I buy or anything I use. It's like if I'm using it or I'm going to buy it, don't put fabric softener on it. So anyways, I'm going to get off here because it's already been 13 minutes. Another question number 2 is, do you have an exercise program? And I'll go on to that one. I'll go with that. I'll delve into that next time. I do want to say that even though that was overturned, I think they just smelled food because, it's suet cakes and, there's probably some smell left on it from the suet. I make my own suet cakes. My partner does buy some too, but I make my own when I have the fat. So I can go into that another day. But here's the sunflower seeds. The sunflower seeds were left alone. It looked like whatever it was, she hadn't gotten in here, the possum or whatever it was that got in here, didn't find the sunflower seeds. I put them in that bin, but the bin doesn't have a lid. So I was worried about that, but I'll give them one more. Okay. Here's the worms. See, they gotta dig for it. That's what chickens like doing. They like digging. So anyways, there's the wormies. I'll give them one more. So they can dig for it. Dig for them worms.
Even Flash with his little snow boots on was trying to... Who was it? I think it was Milo said it. It was Milo or Sojourn. I think. That said that it looked like he had snow boots on, which is, it's true. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to you later. Bye.